The following game contains concepts of suicide and self harm. If you or someone you know struggles with these issues, please reach out for professional help. The National Suicide Prevention Lifeline is listed below. Hey guys, it's Segef with Frontlinetactic, and today I am checking out Othercide. This is a game that I played a little bit of like a year ago, and I kind of lost track of playing it. I never finished it, and I thought I'd come back and revisit it for a couple of reasons. One of them was I've never finished it. One of the others is that there's some other turn-based games that I'm waiting to come out for, and I figured that this would be a good itch to play. For those of you guys that don't know, Othercide is basically a weird cosmic horror turn-based game where you play as these women or daughters and sisters that are trying to keep this doomsday entity from devouring reality. The entire game is done in this aesthetic that's very a combination of like Geiger, Salvador Dali, and Frank Miller, where it's all black and white, monochrome, with a small splash of color of red or an occasionally like yellowy orange. And so it's very striking. Love the art style of it. And the soundtrack, if you're into goth rock metal, the soundtrack is amazing. I feel like this game is very underrated and didn't get the love that it deserves. So if you guys want to watch me do a playthrough of this, please like and subscribe and comment in the section below to let me know that you guys want me to continue with this. But we're just gonna start with a fresh save. You know what? Let's go nightmare mode. Let's make it mean. We're gonna skip the tutorial because I know how to play. Valid talks about the seed. From behind the veil they grow. Those you should always be aware. In muted darkness they flow. Those who feed on your nightmare. The Book of Nostra on the others. For centuries, the mother has protected the veil, preventing it from shattering. Her journey has led her to the deserted streets of the city, rotted by the plague, where the greater threat. Like I said, it has very much this cosmic horror kind of overtone of where it has like pieces of like reality or conceptuals of what we can understand is reality.
He needs us.
But it's all broken.
The other has come for the chosen one, and soon the veil will break. The suffering cannot continue.
If there's STLs of these characters, I would love to have them printed and then add them to my Sisters of Battle.
What will you remember now?
I think they would make great sergeants or cornices. All right. So, basically, how you work through is you go. Each mission is 1 day, and then you have to rest, and that's where your healing is. Otherwise, there is no healer in this game. It's very brutal. Death is permanent, so to speak. And then you work your way through these special events, and then these skulls are bosses. So it also has this weird concept of like time space, and you can rewind time to kind of like reset the timeline. You go back to like basically mission 1 or level 1, but you get to keep all your sisters and daughters like XP and growth. And so there's this like very almost From Software kind of feel where you go until you hit where it's too difficult, and then you reset, gather more XP, and then that allows you to push farther. Yeah, we'll just get into it. Let's check out the Inner Void. Let's check out the daughters that we have. We have Candid, Temperance, and True. So, remember right.
Remember.
All right, remembrances give you access to bonuses that last through the whole recollection. A remembrance remains unlocked once it is unlocked, even if you start a new recollection. That's where it's talking about resetting time. Unlocking remembrances doesn't activate it automatically. You must use shards to activate it. You earn shards every time you complete a mission, but your pool of shards is limited to those you add at the start of the recollection. Once you start a new recollection, you gain access to all your earned shards. So this one's free. We're going to activate it. So start the run with 2 memories. Now, memories are these special things that you can add to the skills of the daughters to make them more powerful. So I use shot a lot. Let's increase the damage of the skill by 50. There we go. And once you use it, you burn it. So if you try to replace it, you basically break it. It's very similar to many other games where they have gem slots, or Final Fantasy has materia, things like that. Is you socket the skill or the item, and then it's permanent. To take it out is to shatter it. And so sometimes putting in a power that you didn't want to, it's like just roll with it. And then I want that slam. I use slam a lot. It also allows them to kind of create a it's kind of like it has a taunt mechanic to it. So I want my taunt mechanic to hit a little bit harder. Then you have their stats, their ability to dodge, intervene, what their armor is, how much like damage reduction they have, so to speak. And then you have traits. Traits you get with when you're playing with them. It'll pretty much occasionally it's just as you play, you'll get them. Let's do our first attack. As far as I know, there's no like benefit of how you line up your daughters. First mission is in the graveyard.
Farewell, daughters.
Game loads up pretty nice.
How many have
Flanking
died
behavior.
to
So
appease
being able to
someone's
flank
ambition?
gets you a
How many
huge
more?
bonus to damage. So this plays just like Phoenix Point, XCOM, Warhammer 40k, Death Watch. Like it's your traditional turn-based grid game. But then your initiative or your speed is done on this timeline that's down here. And certain abilities will speed up or lengthen the timeline of where you will drop. You're using up all of your AP, like more than 50% of your AP will also cause you to slow down and drop off the timeline. So sometimes you don't want to make a move because you'll be able to make a move sooner later. And so that's kind of like the weird mechanic of this. All right, who we got? Where's Temperance? Temperance. Okay. Temperance is the first one. So I can see that I can move here. And it won't. But if I move here, it'll burst her. Which means that it slows her down. See, she drops clear. See how far she drops off on the timeline. So that's kind of like where you have to like manage things. So I got one there, 2 over here. So let's actually, how far away are you? Actually set up. We'll swing to the left and then we will have her go here. Don't want to use that much movement. Actually, yeah. We will move her there. Let's see, what is their shots? Okay. Then what we're gonna do... He's clear of there. She's gonna have another turn in that time. So I'm not gonna worry about it. We're just setting up stuff. Oh, he has a gun. He's probably gonna shoot. Nope, he's not. Okay. And take up a lot. What if we... $31. Then I can set up the slam. Burster. Alright, we're gonna do it anyways. So he's now taunted and locked. I'm gonna end that there. Then allows Crew to come up here. And we're gonna slash, which should finish it. Instant action.
I revel in her strength.
Cool. It's already bursted. So full. Can't fall back any farther. Might as well pull her there. Keep them in tight formation so we can keep that back. Keep her blocked. So that's the other thing, is like healing isn't like easily done in this game, so like you have to play cautious at times. Cadence again. Okay. There we go. That will burst her. Yeah, I want to get the shots in. What's that? Burst her. Might as well just bring them in. It's gonna take a lot. I'm gonna lure them in. Leave it there. Same thing with Crew. Leave it like that. Don't want to get too close. Might as well just engage, because otherwise they're not.
Whatever we can to prevent this torture.
Play a little cat and mouse here.
Just arrived.
Oh, it's finally shooting. Are you aiming at? Range locked. Okay. Bitch, I wonder if I can one-shot him. Excellent. She hits really hard. Alright, there's one enemy left. And it's... Where is it? You look for hands. That's where it is. The plague doctor's coming up. Alright. So she's already burst. Got nothing much else to do.
They worship torture and call it science.
The commentary in this game is so dark and gritty. It's awesome. Candace, put you here. You have range. You do not have range. Happening. Okay, now you have range, which is gonna burst her, which I'm actually really fine with. We're just gonna like, actually, if she has points left over, does. No, yes, she does. And that should be the end of the mission.
Whatever we can to prevent
And
this
we did that swimmingly. None of the girls got hurt, and so we don't have to worry about really healing
memories
or
of
anything like
another
that.
life.
And
Guard them well.
this is going to be kind of the wrap up, and we get to find out
Come
levels,
what may, we will
trade
slow
unlocked,
suffering's progress.
trade unlocked. So let's look at the traits real quick before we wrap this up.
Another threat has come to
Memories
an end.
uncovered obtained when killing certain enemies. There are upgrades that can be assigned to your daughter's skills, adding various effects, anything from increasing damage, defense, or impacting the timeline. Additionally, every memory unlocks a new part of the codex in the memories section. One of your daughters unlocked a new memory. Let's check out the inner void, find out what's going on. New memory. Decreases the target's armor by 40 points. Ooh. That's really cool. And then you see they have Z's next to their name. Sometimes you can do multiple missions in a single day, and other times you can't. So you have to like build a roster of daughters. Much like XCOM and some of those other games where they have a fatigue rating, or you have to create an A team and a B team to be able to tackle the challenges. All right, let's see what our new trait is. Leader. All adjacent allies gain this effect. Damage plus 40%. Okay, so I want to keep her within, like, always next to somebody, and she will basically give a bonus. And then let's see what True's bonus. Aggressive. 50% plus 50 damage on her strikes, which is going to be awesome because she already hits like a dump truck. So with that, dash 5 tiles. I like the mobility, and if she's going to be doing more damage, let's get her to do more damage. Because if she's going to be aggressive, let's make her aggressive. This one at the cost of 50% health. Gains armor. And increases the timeline. But I like the zone control. We're going to do the zone control. And then for her, again, I like the Wrathful Rain. I like the zone control. And the mobility. But Shadow Round's pretty good too. So if I'm keeping her tight with somebody, that person attacks. That's a tough call. Because then I can really make it so she's like, does punishment. But costs 5% health. And that's gonna be dangerous. No, I'm gonna go with the mobility. So I can still do mobility and then the interception shot. So if I do Wrathful Rain, place memory, decreases the target's armor by 40 points. That means they'd be weakened, so then any strikes after that would do more damage. I think I'm going to go with the AoE debuff. And Lightning Strike, I'm going to add increased damage, so that should really drive home her damage. Memories recovered, memories are obtained by killing blah. Okay, yeah, you already told us that's it. So right there, back. So that's the end. Like, that's the end of the day. I have no more attacks. What we do is go rest and next day.
Time slips by.
There's a new synapse, and we have a new attack. Tell us what it is. It's another hunt. But again, like, look at that rating is impossible. It's not impossible. It really drives in that doom and gloom of how difficult the game is and how the game's permanent. Like, there's permanent deaths in these games. So you can lose a daughter that you've been leveling up and putting in really powerful memories in. So I think this is where we're going to end it. If you are enjoying this and you want to see me play more of this while we wait for some of these other turn-based games to come out, let me know. Like, subscribe, and comment in the section below. And I will eagerly like to play this with you along the way. But I am also open to any tactics or suggestions for any of you guys that have also played Othercide. This is just such a great gothic, dark, gloomy game, and it's all the little itches that I have. So, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Stay safe on the front line.